You wake up before the sun, not because an alarm rings, not because your phone vibrates, not because the world expects you to be productive by 9 a.m. You wake up because the room is getting lighter, an animal is making noise outside, and someone else in the house is already moving. The day has started. And if you are an ordinary person in ancient world, that matters. Because the daylight is not just nice. Daylight is schedule. There is no electric switch waiting on the wall, no fridge humming in the corner, no supermarket 2 streets away, no washing machine, no running tap, no app telling you the weather, no job title that cleanly separates work from home. Your day is not divided into office hours, screen time, commute time, and free time. Your day is divided by something much older: light, food, water, animals, seasons, family, and survival. So, what did ancient people actually do all day? Not kings, not warriors, not philosophers sitting dramatically beside columns. Ordinary people. The kind of people who built the world but rarely got their names written down. The first thing you notice is that almost everything takes longer. You want water. That may mean walking to the well, a river, a spring, or a public fountain. You carry it back in a pot or skin. And that water is not only for drinking, it is for cooking, washing, animals, clay, dye, cleaning tools, mixing grain, cooling food, keeping the house functioning. In the modern world, water appears when you twist your hand. In the ancient world, water has weight. Every meal begins before the meal. If your household eats bread, someone must grind grain, not for fun, not as a hobby, as a repetitive physical task. Grain becomes flour because hands pushes stones back and forth. The sound of grinding is part of daily life in many ancient homes. Then dough must be mixed. The fire must be managed. Fuel must exist. Wood, dung, charcoal, reeds, or whatever local life provides. And fuel is also work. Someone has to gather it, dry it, store it, carry it, and protect it from rain. So breakfast is not just breakfast. It's the result of yesterday's gathering, today's grinding, and constant attention to small controlled fire. This is one of the biggest difference between your life and theirs. Modern life hides labor inside machines and systems. Ancient life keeps labor visible. You want bread, you see the grain, you see the stone, you see the fire, you see the smoke, you feel the effort. And while one person prepares food, someone else may already be outside. If you live in a farming community, the land is waiting. Fields do not care about your mood. Seeds must be planted at the right time. Weeds must be removed. Irrigation channels may need clearing. Animals must be fed, moved, milked, watched, or protected. Tools break, fences fail, weather changes. Harvest does not politely arrive when you feel ready. For many ancient people, the year is not 12 neat months. It's a cycle of pressure: planting pressure, growing pressure, harvest pressure, storage pressure, hunger pressure. A good harvest does not mean life becomes easy. It means you have earned the right to worry about storing it. Grain must be dried, protected from pests, measured, shared, taxed, offered, saved, turned into food slowly enough that the household survives until the next cycle. A bad storage decision can matter months later. A bad harvest can hunt an entire year. But not everyone is farming all day. Ancient towns and cities are full of work. You see potters shaping clay, weavers working thread, metal workers heating, hammering, and repairing, carpenters cutting and fitting wood, merchants counting goods, scribes making marks on clay, papyrus, parchments, and other writing surfaces, builders lifting bricks or stones, bakers managing ovens, dyers turning cloth into color, leather workers scraping hides, fishermen repairing nets, sailors loading cargo, people selling oil, grain, fish, beer, cloth, tools, spices, baskets, lamps, and animals. The ancient world is not empty and primitive. It is busy, it is loud, it smells like smoke, animals, sweat, food, dust, wet clay, oil, and open drains. A street is not only a path, it's a workplace. A market, a meeting place, a delivery route, a gossip network, a danger zone for cards, animals, thieves, and people who know your business. Privacy is much smaller than you expect. Houses may be crowded, families often work near each other, neighbors hear arguments, children watch adults work, old people pass on skills by being physically present. A household is not just where people rest after work. The household is a production unit. Food is prepared there, clothes may be made or repaired there, tools are stored there, animals may be nearby, children are raised there, business may happen there, family reputation lives there. And because labor is constant, childhood is different too. Ancient children play, they laugh, they chase each other, they make toys from clay, sticks, cloth, stones, or whatever is available. But they also learn work early. A child may carry water, watch younger siblings collect fuel, help with animals, learn a family craft, run errands, scare birds away from crops, handle tools, sort grain, spin thread, carry messages. Childhood exists, but it's closer to the adult labor than many modern childhoods are. You do not spend 18 years preparing to entire life. You are inside life almost immediately. And yet, this doesn't mean ancient people do nothing but suffer. That is another mistake. If you only picture ancient life as endless misery, you miss something important. People joke, people sing, people flirt, people decorate objects, people complain about neighbors, people gamble, people drink, people tell stories, people attend festivals, people argue about prices, people worry about children. People show off, people pray, people get bored, people fall in love, people make fun of officials, people enjoy food when they have it, people care about how they look. The ancient world is hard, but it's not emotionally simple. A person can spend a morning carrying water, the afternoon repairing a tool, and evening laughing at the story told beside the fire. Difficulty does not erase humanity, it changes the shape of it. Religion also takes up more daily space than many modern people expect. Not always as one dramatic temple scene, more often as a small repeated acts. A household offering a prayer before a journey, a festival day, a charm, a burial ritual, a temple visit, a sacrifice, a rule about purity, a fear of bad omens, a hope that the gods, spirits, ancestors, or sacred forces are paying attention. In many ancient societies, religion is not separate from ordinary life. It is woven into farming, birth, death, illness, marriage, politics, trade, and weather. If crops fail, that is not only agriculture problem. It may also become a religious problem. If disease spreads, people do not only ask what caused it physically, they ask what it means. If a child survives, gratitude may go somewhere beyond the family. The world feels watched. And that changes how people move through a day. Time itself feels different. You do not constantly check a digital clock. But that does not mean people have no sense of time. They watch the sun, shadows, stars, moon phases, market days, religious calendars, seasonal changes, animal behavior, work rhythm. Some cities use water clocks, sundials, bells, or official signals. But for many ordinary people, time is not a number glowing on a screen. Time is an environment. Morning cool, midday heat, evening smoke, planting season, flood season, dry season, harvest season. The body understands time because the world keeps changing around it. And when sun begins to drop, the day does not simply become night more. Night is a boundary. Artificial light exists, but it is weaker, more expensive, more limited than what you know. Oil lamps, candles, torches, fires help, but they are not the same as filling a room with electric light. So many activities shift with darkness. People gather indoors, finish tasks near firelight, tell stories, prepare for sleep, guard animals, watch the door, listen, because night is not silent. There are insects, dogs, wind, cards, strangers, crying children, people coughing, something moving where you cannot see clearly. For ancient people, darkness has texture. It limits the world. It makes small lights important. It makes the household feel like a tiny island. But the end of the day is not the end of the work. Someone must bank the fire, store tools, secure animals, cover food, check children's, prepare for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is not a clean rest. Tomorrow begins with whatever was done tonight. This is the rhythm that modern life makes easy to forget. Ancient people do not spend most of their day asking, what should I do with my time? Time is already claimed by hunger, by weather, by materials, by social duty, by the household, by the land. If something breaks, you fix it or live with it. If food runs low, you stretch it. If water is far away, you walk. If cloth tears, you mend it. If someone becomes sick, care happens at home first. If the harvest fails, everyone feels it. There's a less separation between life and maintenance. Life is maintenance. But this also means skills are everywhere. An average ancient person may not read. They may not travel far. They may not understand the world as a map of countries. But they often know things with their hands. When grain is dry enough, when weather is changing, how an animal behaves before trouble, how much fuel remains, which neighbor can be trusted, how to patch a container, how to stretch food, how to find shade, how to read a face in a market, how to survive in a place where mistakes have real cost. Their knowledge is not always written, but it is not empty. It is practical, local, inherited, and tested every day. So, what did ancient people do all day? They kept the world running, not in a dramatic way, not with speeches or monuments, but through thousands of ordinary actions: grinding, carrying, cooking, planting, repairing, buying, selling, cleaning, praying, teaching, watching, waiting, remembering, repeating. The civilization is not only its kings, wars, temples, and ruins. It is also the person who wakes up before sunrise and starts the fire, the child carrying water, the woman grinding grain, the potter shaping clay, the farmer watching the sky, the merchant checking weights, the old man repairing a tool, the neighbor sharing news, the family storing food before winter. Most of the history was not spent conquering empires. Most of the history was spent getting through the day. And when you stand in the ruins of an ancient city, that is the part that is easiest to miss. The stones look silent, the streets look empty, the walls look dead. But once every corner was full of small urgent things. Someone was late, someone was hungry, someone was annoyed, someone was proud of a good day's work, someone was falling in love, someone was carrying water back home before the light disappeared. The past was not quiet. We are only hearing it from very far away.